Hey there guys. So, we are going to use today to integrate a number of different ideas that we have seen on the Seer Tech blog in the past few weeks, namely inversions and toroids, and of course the cool moves that we've discovered that integrate both of these concepts together. First, let me back up a step and talk about an interesting side effect of toroids that I learned in one of Arashi's classes back in the spring, which is that you can kind of think of toroids as being contained inside of a circle. That is, there's a circle within which the plane bends of the toroid is inscribed, right? If we think about a toroid in this respect, then anytime the plane bend makes contact with a point along that circle, we can change the bend such that it changes the properties of the toroid. So for example, if I wanted to, I could just freeze in that horizontal place and leave it as a corkscrew, or I could take it back into toroid land, right? And likewise, when I am playing around in vertical land, I can take that into more of a weave kind of place. It's just changing the orientation of the cross point as we're playing around with it. Really, you could think of this there being a whole sphere of possible cross points that you can go through, right? So when it comes down to trying to take a pair of moves, say that toroid triangle weave that I showed off last week, for example, we wind up in a place where, after we've committed to a couple plane bends, we're kind of in this reverse weave kind of place, right? Now, if I wanted to from that reverse weave kind of place, there's absolutely no reason why I couldn't take it into that kind of toroid pentagram kind of place with both of my hands, right? The opportunity is provided to me right here when I can switch into kind of a reverse buzzsaw kind of place and then bend my planes back out of it, right? In which case I can kind of come at it from the perspective of oh, and from here drop straight into the toroid. And it doesn't really take that much effort in order to make that happen. I'm going to go a step further than Arashi. I think that if you really want to kind of dumb this down, you can look at it just in terms of when you've got a vertical plane and when you've got a horizontal plane. And you can just drop and add them as you see fit. For example, when we drop into an atomic weave, such as this, we can also use it as a place to go into the that same toroid weave that we played with before. And of course, that leads us into being able to get ourselves into an atomic weave, or this fun plane bendy move that Alien John is known for, which of course also gives us access to the atomic inside weave on the other side, which if we want to, we can totally turn back into a full atomic weave. And once we've done that, we are right back where we started, yeah? So basically what I'm trying to get at with this is, as you're playing around with these different plane bending moves, try to think about those moments when the poi is vertical and the poi is horizontal. And think about those moves as being transition points, kind of analogous to the loops and arcs that we play with anti-spin flowers, right? Wherein we know that when we hit a loop, we can switch the type of move just so long as it's a loop, or we can play with it in a cap kind of manner, right? These points where we bend the plane function in exactly the same kind of way, and they give us access to a whole multitude of different ways that we can change our planes in and out in a variety of different facets. Yeah? So, yeah. This is a challenge to all you out there watching. Go ahead and take the stuff that you've learned. Try and see where you can fit in these transition points with these plane bends. And yeah, come back and show the results. Thanks for watching. Peace.